Good evening, everybody, and welcome to rainy Manning Field. Not raining hard, just enough to be a pain in the neck. It's been a little bit of a sprinkle all day long, but it shouldn't affect, might be a little bit slippery, but it's turf, so it should be okay. This is girls Northeastern Conference soccer. Big game for both teams. Glasgow 4-2-1. Winthrop 4-3. They've come back, gone over 500. I'm going to say Gemma. It might be Gemma, but I'm going to say Gemma Cemento is in net for Winthrop. Alexander Show gets the start for Glasgow. Anna Flaherty is out with an injury. And I didn't know that the last game. I had Anna Flaherty in net the whole game. I apologize to it. Alexandra Show. Everything that I was talking about Flaherty doing, it was Show doing. Winthrop in the white, Classical in their regular green and gold. Winthrop numbers not that difficult to pick up. Classical's numbers difficult to pick up. I'm not sure who does these uniforms, but I wish they'd redo them. Classical with a rush. Fatima takes it to the middle, pass out in front. McGaughy walking in. It got deflected off a defender and went right to the goaltender, Demento. It was bouncing around. Somebody got a foot on it, and it wound up going off the leg or the knee of the defender out in front. It wasn't a very hard shot, so Demento was able to make the easy save, but they almost knocked it in their own net. The Winthrop Vikings. Haskell right back at it. They knock it deep. Gertie knocks it ahead. Foot race. Winthrop gets there first and knocks it out. Glasgow should get a corner kick. I think it's going to be Pedro taking the corner kick. Just underway here at Manning Field. Out in front, blocked. Pedro gets it back. She lets it go out because it was off Winthrop. They'll get another corner kick. She didn't want to take a chance and play it because it was too close to the end line. Drives it in front again. It got tipped out in front, and he knocked it high in the air away from the net. That took a crazy hop. It looked like it was going out of play. It bounced out in front. Classical actually got a foot on it, knocked it over the net. McGaughy tries to drive it to the net. It got blocked. To the net, it got blocked. And to the net, it went wide off the foot. I think Julia Jordan. Casey Rouse is back for Classical. She's been out hurt. Shot into the net, McGaughy. Goaltender come out. She tipped it over her head and found a spot under the top crossbar inside the far post. And McGaughy brought it home. It's funny. I always kid her about her name. Izzy, I say, I just coming up before the game, I said to her, please don't do anything because I don't want to have to mention your name because I don't want to mispronounce your name. And I said to her, I got stuck pronouncing McGaughy twice because Her brother Terrence made a couple of nice tackles in the football game that I had to mention. Shot, nice save by Shaw. They let Winthrop walk right in, got a good hard shot, and Shaw made the save. So just what Mark and Greg Iavati, the two coaches for Glasgow, wanted, a quick start. Under 4 minutes, Glasgow gets on the board. Pedro will take the throw in. Knocked out by Winthrop. Kebrew's back there playing that center field spot. Gets broken up. Taking it away was Dorr. Gets around again, takes the shot. It went wide right and out of play. Now, did Shaw touch it? I guess she did, because they're going to give Winthrop a corner kick. Dorr will take it. Shaw came running over, had it, couldn't hold on to it, and they'll do it again from the far corner. Dorr will get another shot. Bouncing loose, knocked around, knocked loose. Glasgow finally clears it away. Skips past Winthrop. Glasgow knocking it loose. Glasgow takes it away and knocks it deep. It's knocked wide and into the Glasgow bench area. Knocked deep. Keebrew swung and missed. It gets by her. Shaw is going to come all the way out. She swung and missed at it, and Pedro clears it away with a couple of white shirts. Mark Iavati just got a couple of gray hairs there. Keebrew swung and missed. Shaw came out, instead of picking it up and kicking it away, she tried to just kick it away, and she swung and missed. That got Pedro right in the face. Bouncing up, they tipped it, and it got Pedro right in the face. She says she's okay. Boy, that's not a mitten that they're using. That's a hard soccer ball. Dorr is going to get a free kick from inside the 20. So a break for the Vikings. She knocks it deep and knocks it way to the right and out of play. She was hoping she could hook that back from right to left. It just stayed out to the far right. Shaw will kick it away. Gets drilled right into the Glasgow bench area. Winthrop will get the throw in. Gerdia knocks it ahead. Coming to the near side. Winthrop took it away from Iarati. Nice little shift. Couldn't get around Keebrew. She took it right away from Carlton. Blocked again. Pedro knocks it upfield. And Iarati couldn't keep it in. She swung and missed. Mignosa will throw it in. Off McGaughey. They knock it to the middle. Jordan knocks it deep. Gertie was hustling back, hoping she could get a shot at it. Classical steps in. That's Page knocking it away and out of play. Classical knocks it out. Page swung and missed. People are having trouble just making contact. They get it to the middle. They line up the shot. Nice save again. Alexandra Show diving and making the save. I think that was Dorr with the shot. That was a good hard shot. Show went down and made the save. McGaughy broke it up and it wound up going out off McCary. Classical will make substitutions. Pedro will throw it in. It went out. Classical will make more substitutions. It went out off talent. Six freshmen. Five sophomores on this Winthrop team. Winthrop coming back. They knock it deep. There was nobody there. Keebler would come over to the near side. There was nobody in the middle. Page knocks it away. Winthrop knocks it out. Page came way over to the near side. The pass went straight down the middle. There was nobody there. They almost gave one away. Show will come out and play it. And she boots it away. Winthrop missed. Hannah Guthrie was looking for it in the middle. Gets tipped. Keebrew knocked it loose. Pedro backs it up. Winthrop takes it away. Dorr. And it went off the foot of Carlton. That'll give and go from Dorr to Carlton, and then they got it back, and now they kick it over the net and out of play. The kick went to Carlton. She pushed it too far ahead. They got knocked to the corner. Dorr wound up with it and took a shot from a tough angle, knocked it over the net and out of play. Show will kick it away. Tipped upfield, broken up by Winthrop. It'll go out off Winthrop. Molly Mannion threw it in. Carlton with it. Right down the middle. Gives it to Dorr. Couldn't get around Keebrew. Carlton winds up with it. Page is there to knock it away. Mackenzie Shea gets it to the middle. Tipped ahead. Keebrew got a head on it, but knocked it back towards the net. Pedro will be back there and kick it away. Winthrop, can they save it? No. That was out, but they didn't call it. They let it roll through the shore. Off the head, off a body. They knock it ahead, looking for Mannion. Molly Mannion, there's two of them. Mannion knocked it out. Glasgow picked it off. Bodies going down, more bodies going down. And they're going to call Winthrop for the second knockdown. They got talent. She took Rachel Brennan down. Pedro had to chase the ball down. They don't have I should say ball person, whether it's a male or a female on this side. They had an extra soccer ball over here in case somebody was here helping out, but there isn't anybody. Goes off Winthrop. It went off McCary. And again, Pedro has to take a trip down to go get the ball. Hebrew keeps it in the Winthrop end. Glasgow breaks it up. That was Guthrie with it. Glasgow will knock it to the far side. Mackenzie Shea hustles and keeps it in. Good job. They knock it deep. Can Glasgow get there? No, they can't. It's going to go out of play. 15 minutes in to this first half. The difference, the goal by Isabel McGaughey. I don't know if she wants me to say that because it's Izzy McGaughey. All kinds of heads on the ball. They kick it and play. Glasgow, nobody can really get control of it. Now they're going to call Glasgow for knocking Winthrop down. It was Galores they knocked down. Free kick coming from outside the 35-yard line. Glasgow breaks it up. And Winthrop knocks it away from Mackenzie Shea. It goes out of play. Glasgow will make wholesale changes. Winthrop takes it away. Knocked back upfield. Gertie broken up, looking to get it back. It winds up with Carlton against Pedro. Foot race. Carlton down the near side. Pedro sticking right with her. And Pedro knocks it out. So we have a ball boy now on this side. Popped up and out off Glasgow. McCary throws it in. Carlton trying to center it. And he knocked it off the head. Gertie tried to knock it upfield. She knocked it right off the head and the face of Winthrop. And that was Talon who got nailed with that, and now Talon will throw it in. Brennan knocks it upfield. Jordan looking for it. Winthrop gets it to Dorr. Her shot. Good hard shot right in the middle of the net. Shaw went down on her knees and made the save. Tried to tip it to Gertie, or it got broken up. Glasgow knocks it deep. Winthrop's going to get there first. And he bang it out. off Jordan. Off Jordan again. And that's the time I think it went off Brennan. Page has it taken away. That's Dorr sticking her foot in. Looked like Dorr knocked it out, but they're going to call it off Classical. And Winthrop is going to get a corner kick. Dorr took the first couple. They're calling a throw-in, not a corner kick. They knock it back, and Winthrop knocks it further back. Classical knocks it away, but they knock it in the Classical bench area. And Brendan knocks it out again. Shot. It's loose out in front. Carlton got involved. Made a little bump with Shaw. The ball got loose, and it was Kebrew. I think Kebrew and Pedro together. It was a little of a coming together, if you will, in front of the net. And Classical finally knocked it away. That was close to going in the net. So the corner kick coming up. Shaw got a piece of it, knocked it down, then dove on the fumble. She's slow getting up, but she's getting up. Nice job. She went out to try to catch it. Couldn't get a hold of it. Knocked it down. And then very quickly recovered the fumble, dove on it. Knocked into the Classical bench area, so it's been down the Classical end for a while. We're halfway through and counting this first half. 1-0 Classical on the early goal by Izzy McGaughy. And that's Kathleen Mannion knocking it away. Classical couldn't keep it in. Off a Winthrop head. Winthrop collects. Classical takes it away and knocks it deep. Winthrop knocks it back. Tipped away. Molly Mannion broke it up and knocks it out. Excuse me, Kathleen Mannion knocks it out. Pedro trying to get control, was bouncing around. And I don't know if she touched it or if it hit somebody. The official way over the other side of the field blew the whistle. And I think, is Winthrop going to get a free kick? Talent was waiting to take it in. Durr was waiting to get a free kick. And they're going to mark it. The official from way over the other side of the field, whatever he saw, and he went out and put it at the 11-yard line. So Dorr has a very good chance of getting Winthrop on the board from here. Everybody picking a partner. Classical sets up that picket fence. She knocked it right in the right corner of the net. Perfect shot. Show had no chance. I'm not sure how that, I know I'm going to sound like a homer, but I don't know how that official from way over in the far corner of the end zone saw anything way over on this side of the field with the other official right there not calling anything. But it cost Classical, and now tied at 1. Winthrop has carried the play the last few minutes, keeping it in the Classical end. Classical's been back on their heels, more or less playing defense rather than offense. They knock it deep, hustling, and knocking it out was McSwiney. Broken up by Page. Page got a foot on it, but couldn't knock it upfield. Dorr coming back right down the middle. Broken up nicely. Kebrew not only broke it up, but took it away. Kathleen Mannion couldn't get a piece. Page had it, couldn't keep it. Kebrew knocked it loose. Dorr takes it away from her. Trying to make a play from down that far corner. Looking to get around. Trying to throw it in front. Knocked down by Classical. They popped it up. It didn't go 2 feet. And now Classical knocks it out. 15 minutes and counting left in a 1-1 game. Kebrew knocks it down. Fan trying to clear it. And it goes off Kebrew, out of play. She got her body on it, knocked it down, and then chipped at it. With Dorr sitting in her lap, it went out of play. Winthrop will get a corner kick. Dorr will take it again from the far side. Classical hasn't spent much time in the Winthrop end the last several minutes. Out in front, out again off Kebrew. Dorr will do it again. Everybody picking a partner. She pulled it wide right. Behind the net, out of play. Knocked right back. It's going to go out of play. Kosk will get to kick it away again. Kosk will make changes again. Yeah, it's going to go out of play. McCary with the throw-in. Carlton had it. McCary got it back. They kick it deep. And Kebrew will let it go through to show. Mannion got a head on it, but knocked it back toward the net. Shaw will play it, kick it away. Mackenzie Shea gets knocked down. Glasgow will get a free kick. Kebrew will take it from right in front of the Glasgow bench area. This is the first time it's been this deep in the Winthrop end in a long time. Now Winthrop knocks it out. Glasgow will get the throw in. Winthrop took it away. And it's going to go out. And they're calling it off Glasgow. Glasgow wound up with it. They keep it in. Try to get in the middle, blocked. It got tipped away. They look like they might be lining up a shot. And I think she was the most surprised person in the house. The ball came on her foot and didn't have time. I think that was Molly Mannion, who looked up and there was the ball on her foot. By the time she realized it, she couldn't get the shot off. Jordan knocked it down. Jordan had to reach around the defender to get a foot on it. She got the shot off, but it went wide left. Winthrop trying to get back upfield. They push it up. Down the far side. Throwing it in front. Knocked away nicely by Pedro. Good rush by Dorr. Nice pass. Centering pass. Gave them an opportunity. And it gets knocked out by Glasgow. I think once again, I think that's Molly Mannion. Carlton gets around one, trying to center it. Kathleen Mannion knocks it away. And then it gets knocked out by McCary. Substitutions again for Glasgow. McGaughey got to go early, and then on a very tough call, Winthrop was awarded a free kick from the 11-yard line, and Maura Dorr buried it, and that's where we are, 1-1. And the umbrellas are starting to sprout down in front of me, so the rain is starting to come back. Talent with the kick. Headed away by Kathleen Mannion. Irati couldn't keep it in. Shot. Deflected. Hebrew got a foot on it. Good hustle from Page on the other side. They were lining up a shot off the deflection. Page hustled and broke it up. And now Winthrop knocks it out. Off Talent. Nice defensive play by Jessica Page. Brennan will throw it in. Classical trying to throw it in front. Gertie got a foot on it but couldn't control it. Winthrop will knock it out. Classical will finally get a corner kick. Pedro will take it, and it's coming from the near side. Seven minutes and counting left in this 1-1 first half. They may have to turn the lights on here pretty soon. Dead center of the net. Gemma Demento went up and grabbed it and held on. If she dropped it, there were a lot of Classical shirts around her looking for a rebound. Mannion kept it alive. Jordan will track it down. They knock it deep. Classical keeps it in. Winthrop lost it. Skips past everybody. Page will knock it back. Hebrew pops it up off a Winthrop head. Pedro got a head on it. Coming down the near side. This is McCary. Nice job stepping in front. And again, the official from way over on the other side made the call with the official on this side. Not really in the same time zone. He didn't get across midfield. Trying to knock it deep. Broken up. Out off Classical. Hebrew fanned on it again. That's about the third or fourth time she tried to kick it and missed. And Dorr was going to go get it with an easy chance. Show came out and made the play. Molly Mannion battling for it. Knocked deep by Pedro. Out off Winthrop. Trying to get to Guthrie. He got knocked out by Winthrop again. Skips past everybody. And it deflects off a Winthrop player, off McCary. Out. Glasgow collects. Trying to center it at the side of the net. Was going to hit the side of that and be out. But Demento made sure and grabbed it and held on. And she'll kick it away. Dorr knocked it down. Nice little shift. Takes it upfield. Knocks it to the far side. Winthrop bringing it down there. They get around, but they pushed it out of play. They get around the defense, but pushed it a little too far and it went out of play. Kept in by Classical. They knock it deep. Winthrop was going to watch it go into the Winthrop bench area. Hebrew trying to knock it deep, knocked it off Dorr. Now it gets deflected off Pedro. Right back into the lap of Show. they've almost put a couple of times in their own net. Up the near side. That was Guthrie. Brennan trying to get ahead on it. Bounces by. They knock it to the middle. Brennan looking for it. Gets knocked down. There was the other McCary, Ella McCary. There's two of them. The other one is Nora. Keebler with the kick. Gets it up. Gertie had just missed. It's open, and they missed the net. Gertie had just missed getting it before the goaltender. It deflected off right back to Jordan, and her shot, Winthrop, they're saying Winthrop got a piece of it and knocked it wide. They had a wide open net. Somebody from Winthrop just got a fingertip on it and knocked it wide. As we're in the final 2 minutes and counting of the first half, 1-1, Classical and Winthrop. Pedro with the corner kick from the far side. Out in front, somebody got a head on it. Winthrop knocked it away. Mannion trying to track it down. Winthrop knocks it out. Trying to knock it deep. Classical keeps it in. They knock it deep, but they can't keep it in. Too far ahead. Scormrow breaking. Couldn't get there. Out off Winthrop, and they blow the whistle to end the first half. So Izzy McGaughy got Classical going quickly with a picture-perfect goal from the right side over the goalie's head into the top corner. And then there was a call against Classical, giving Winthrop a free kick from the 11. And Morador, another perfect kick from the 11-yard line to the near side, went to the far side under the top crossbar inside the far post, buried it home, and that's where we are. Classical 1, Winthrop 1 at the end of one half. Welcome back to Manning Field. Nothing decided in the first half. So we'll look to get something going in the second half. McGaughy got Classical out early. Dorr on a free kick answered back, and that's where we are, 1-1 as we start the second half. Classical didn't have much offense after McGaughy's goal. Demento didn't have to do very much in net. Winthrop kind of kept the ball in the Classical end most of the time. Shaw had to make a couple of pretty good saves, a couple from long range, a couple of Classical almost gave away, misplaying the ball in front of their net. Pedro took it away and knocked it deep, blocked. If that goes through, Gertie is going to have a breakaway. Nice play by the defense. Deflected. McGaughy. Pass tipped away. Trying to tip it. Gertie didn't know they were going to tip it. She was going to the net. The ball was going to the net. When she took a step back like the ball was deflected back. And by the time she realized the ball was going to the net, it was too late to go get it. That would have been a golden opportunity for Classical as Winthrop knocks it out of play. I didn't realize that they turned the lights on automatically. I thought the city worker who was here on duty, if you will, would go down and pull a switch. And he was just up here, and I said, you may have to turn the lights on a little bit earlier. He said, I don't turn the lights on. Somebody else, they go on like automatically. Jordan, battling, takes it away. Leaves it for Guthrie. Out in front. Gritty knocks it home. The pass out in front, Gurdy had tipped it. Cemento made a great save, but then Gurdy was there and got the tip off the save and just tipped it under Cemento, and Classical gets their goal lead back. Jordan did a nice job keeping it in play. I think it was Guthrie who got the pass from Jordan and went down the near side, threw it out in front. Gertie had tipped it, and a great save by Demento. Looked like she was going to rob Gertie, and when she saved it, she put it right back on Gertie's foot, and she was able to knock it under the goaltender and give Classical a 2-1 lead. So once again, Classical scores very early in the game. Page looking for it. Winthrop knocks it deep. Keebler is going to let it go all the way as Show comes all the way out to the 5-yard line and picks it off. And she'll kick it away. Winthrop with the throw-in. Pedro got a foot on it, but knocked it sideways, and then Winthrop knocks it deep and can't go get it. It goes out of play. And a ball boy or girl on the other side was all the way down, down the other end of the field. So they had to go chase it all the way down under the scoreboard. Classical taking their time bringing it back. Show will kick it away. We chose a big game for both teams. Both teams looking for win number 5. The difference is Winthrop has 3 losses. Classical has 2 losses and a tie. Classical, Page breaks it up. It gets knocked away. Gertie knocks it to the middle. McGaughy tipped it. McGaughy with a rush down the far side. Winthrop gets there and knocks it out. Winthrop will get to kick it in. I couldn't find the other official for a minute. He put his jacket on with the rain. I don't blame him. I was looking for the yellow shirt on the other side for the official. I couldn't find it until I finally realized he's wearing a black jacket. They knock it away. Knocking it to the net. They tipped it actually up towards the net. I don't know why they did that. Jordan couldn't get a good foot on it. It was bouncing around. It came to it. She didn't have time to settle it and knock it home. She tried to one-time it, and it was very high hop, up around waist high. And she couldn't keep it in. It goes out off Jordan. She was right there on the lap of Demento, but the ball was bouncing, and she couldn't get a grip on it, and tried to one-time it, and kind of tipped it. Gertie tips it ahead, and knocking it out. Is McSwiney. Actually, it was Marocio. Winthrop knocked it out, went out off grind. Gertie with it. Guthrie's trying to come down the near side. Gets it back. Little tip to Page. It got broken up by Matucci. Glasgow breaks it up. Pedro knocks it back to the Winthrop end, but knocks it out of play. And what was the official calling? I think they're calling contact on Winthrop, bumping into Pedro. That's why it went out of bounds. Pedro will take the free kick from just about the 40-yard line. Knocked away and knocked deep. Page is back there, bouncing around. She couldn't get control of it. Dorr took it away. Big time play by Kebrew. Dorr was going to go by Kebrew and walk in alone. Kebrew stuck her foot in and knocked the ball loose. And then Jordan does a nice job of knocking it out off. She knocked it out off McSwiney. Glasgow will make substitutions. So two nice plays. The first one by Kebrew. Dorr is tough. She made a nice move to get around, and Kebrew wouldn't let her go. Gets knocked to the net. Gertia steps between two, gets it, throws it out in front. It bounced right over the foot. Molly Mannion was breaking. Gertia saw her, put a little too much mustard on the pass, and it bounced right over the foot. Mannion would have had a point-blank chance. Gertie did a great job battling through a couple of white shirts just to get loose. Good hard shot, went off the side of the net, and Winthrop will kick it away. Pedro with it. Knocks it ahead, it gets by and goes out of play. 10 minutes in to this second half, Glasgow's got their 1-goal lead back on a very pretty goal by Fatima Gertia. Glasgow kept it in. Winthrop popped it up. Pedro knocked it off. Winthrop, and they're calling it. He started to go the other way. I thought it would. Pedro knocked it off the Winthrop player. Glasgow will get the throw in. Pedro will take it. Everybody trying to get a foot on it. Classical knocks it loose. And they knock it out. Molly Mannion couldn't control it. Classical knocks it in the middle. Off Gertie's head. Nice little shift. That's Brennan, I think, throwing it upfield. Mackenzie Shea battling. Gets it. This is Guthrie. Nice little shift, but then lost it out of bounds. Hey, nice little shift to get around, and then it went off her foot and rolled out. And she tried to go back to her left. And the lights come on here at Manning Field. Let there be light. Gertie knocks it down. Glasgow took it away. They knock it to the net. Easy save for Demento. We were here last night, and the rain was just like blowing from right to left in a very heavy spray. They tip it ahead. Nobody's going to get there before Demento grabs it, and she'll kick it away. Haskell's going to get called for leaning on Winthrop as they're trying to get ahead on that bouncing ball. Winthrop will get the kick from around midfield. Haskell knocks it away. This is a little different than the first half, or most of the first half. The ball didn't get out of the Classical end very much, with Winthrop controlling it. And here's Kebrew knocking it away. Now it's Classical keeping it in the Winthrop end. They pop it up. Mannion looking for it. And it's going to go out off Winthrop. Classical will make a substitution. It'll be McGaughey throwing it in. They try to tip in front. Winthrop knocked it out. Pedro will take the corner kick from the far side. So the first almost 15 minutes have been Classical. They got the goal, they get the lead, and Winthrop hasn't been anywhere near Alexander Show in net so far. A lot of time left. Pedro boots it and slices it wide right behind the net and out of play. Gertie missed the header. Popped in the air, popped again. In the middle. Classical got a foot on it. Got the shot off, couldn't get much on it. Deflected to the middle of the field. Classical keeps it in the Winthrop end. Little shift by Pedro. This is Brennan. Trying to center it. It skipped by everybody. Winthrop swung and missed. Mackenzie Shea trying to center it. Missed it. Page knocks it ahead. Page got knocked down by Ferrulo. Kebrew will take the free kick. Just outside the 20-yard line. Everybody lining up. Loose. Winthrop clears it away. Page is back there to knock it back in the Winthrop end. Taken away nicely. Good job, Mackenzie Shea. Kept it alive. Classical knocks it down. The kick is blocked. McGaughey with it. Trying to throw it in front and knocked it wide right and out of play. Classical not letting Winthrop get going here in the second half. Out off Classical. Substitutions for the Lady Rams. Headed out. Everybody was going the other way, thinking it was going to Classical. They gave it to Winthrop. Kebrew knocks it deep. Bounces by everybody. Winthrop knocks it into the Classical bench area. So again, it's been all Classical here in the second half, keeping it in the Winthrop end. They got the one goal to break the 1-1 tie. Pedro trying to center it. McGaughey pass picked off. She tipped it back. Winthrop knocks it deep. And now they start it back the other way. Carlton with a rush. To the far side. Dewar trying to track it down. Just kept it in. Taken away nicely. Pedro with a nice defensive play. Dewar trying to walk around. Can't. Classical knocks it out. Winthrop's going to get a corner kick. Coming from the far side. Everybody hustling in to pick up a partner. Both teams will make a substitution. Bouncing loose, headed away. Can't get a good shot off. Cleared away by Classical. Popping it to the middle. Classical heads it away. And McGaughey couldn't collect. It went out. McGaughey gets around, trying to knock it deep. Winthrop picks it off. Classical takes it away. Jordan with it. Knocking it deep. And it's going to go out of play. I think she was looking for Blevins. Headed out. That's going to give Classical a corner kick. They don't take it. They just play it. Little give and go, and they try to throw it to the front of the net, and they knocked it out of play. Winthrop will make a substitution. Halfway through and counting the second half, 2-1 Classical. Knocked back by Classical. And then Winthrop knocks it out. We played over 20 minutes. At least 18 of them have been spent in the Winthrop end. Classical kept it in. Still battling. And they finally call it out off Classical. Pedro pops it to the middle. Gets deflected to the far corner. And it goes out off Winthrop. Again, Winthrop just can't get going. Now they got a break. Tour coming right down the middle. Coming up behind. Nice job, Pedro. Pedro snuck in behind. Classical trying to walk in. And they score. The pass went deep. I think that was Beato. Caprice Beato, I believe, walked in and just stuck it inside the far post. I think Demento guessed she was going to go to her left. The goalie's right. And she stuck it inside the near post. I know Beato will be happy I gave her credit, but it was actually Jayla Blevins. Jayla Blevins with a very nice play. Get out in front, kept it, and knocked it home. And that gives Glasgow some breathing room. They now lead it 3-1. Head-to-head battle going on. I got knocked off by Classical. Popped in the air. Classical trying to keep it in. Winthrop knocked it ahead. Classical broke it up. And it's Classical gaining control again. And they knock it deep to the near side. Great hustle by Jordan to keep it in. And great hustle there by Blevins to keep it in. Shot blocked, shot again. Got a little too much, lifted it high over the net and out of play. I think that was Brennan. Again, it's very hard to pick up the Classical numbers. She got the first shot, it got blocked, and then it came right back on her foot, and she got a little too much foot under it. Page keeps it in. And it goes too far and out of play. Substitutions for both teams. 15 minutes and counting. It was 1-1 at halftime. Classical's outscored Winthrop 2-0 here in the second half. Two pretty goals. One on a second effort by Gerdia, and the other one a nice breakaway by Blevins. Blevins knocks it deep again, looking to go get it. Banging going on. They're letting it play a little bit. They bang it off Classical. That was off Brendan, I think. Jordan down the near side. Trying to throw it in front and knocked it off Jillian Johnson. Classical will get the throw in. So all that pressure, Classical keeping it in the Winthrop end for a very long time, paid off with 2 big goals. And now Carlton with a rush. Knocks too far ahead. Keeper was there to knock it away. It bounced past Guthrie. And it goes out. And we're off Mignosa. And he couldn't keep it in. He threw it deep. Tried to get to it. Got a foot on it, but couldn't keep it in. Winthrop can't keep it in again. And without our Forsyth. Page will take the throw in. Headed away to the middle. Gerdia trying to turn the corner, took the shot, and knocked it home. Page threw it in. Gerdia popped it up. Cemento went to get it. She was high as she could. It just dropped under the top crossbar in the far corner. She couldn't have found a better spot. That's her second goal. It got tipped to the middle. She went and got it, and just as she turned to face the net, she took the shot, and she watched as it popped up. Not a hard shot, just a little pop-up, but it was high enough. Cemento couldn't go up and get it, and was just hoping that it would hit the crossbar or the post, and it didn't. It went under one and inside the other. Classical knocks it away, and it goes further. And Winthrop has to hustle, and Classical picks off the pass. Down the far side. Trying to get around. Trying to center it. Winthrop blocked it. Kept in by Classical. Tip it to the middle. It gets by everybody. Classical keeping it in. Hirati threw it behind. I think that's Mackenzie Shea over there. And it went out of play. Back checking by Classical takes it away from Dorr. They knock it deep. And Winthrop's going to try to knock it out. They knocked it behind the end line. Classical will get a corner kick. Pedro will take it. Classical's going to put this one away in the second half. What a turnaround. It was all Winthrop after McGaughey's goal. Winthrop kind of territorial-wise dominated. They got the goal back to tie it. And they kept the pressure on, kept it in the Classical end. Classical couldn't get anything going. Now Dorr is one-on-one with Kebrew. Turning the corner, trying to walk in. Takes the shot and scores. She's a very talented young lady. One-on-one, she went around the defense. Show came out. And there was Dorr getting her second goal, knocking it in the far corner. And with just over 10 minutes left in the game, Classical's lead now shrunk to 4-2. We're going to timeout down the field. worse. You thought a mistake, and then you told me you thought I made a mistake. Right? He's a very good player. Here we go. So just over 10 minutes left. Should be an exciting 10 minutes. 4-2 Classical. Let's see if Door's goal gives Winthrop any incentive. They hadn't been in Classical territory much at all. But boy, she's a talented player, and she's only a sophomore. I don't know what it's going to be like when she's a senior. Gertie had just missed getting there. And it got knocked away by Makosio. Trying to bang it to the net. It went up, I think it went off the hand of Bignosa. And Brennan's going to take pops in front. Winthrop clears it away. And Winthrop couldn't keep it in. And it went out off Ferrulo. Skipped by everybody. Page pops it to the far side. And McGaughey knocked it out. Haskell knocks it down, collects. Trying to tip it to Gertie in the middle. Stolen away by McGaughey. Gertie couldn't get a foot on it. Winthrop cleared it away. Pedro trying to keep it in. Door with it. Trying to get by, coming down the far side. One-on-one with Kebrew again. She came together with Kebrew. I don't know if she slipped on the grass. She looked like she was sliding into third base. And went down, couldn't get the shot off. But Mark Iorati just breathed a sigh of relief. She looked like she was going to walk in again. She's got both the Winthrop goals. She's a very good player. Broken up nicely by Page. And it's Page again. Kebrew knocks it away. Gets deflected to the middle. Winthrop takes the shot. Shaw goes down on both knees and grabs it and holds on. Pedro just kept it in, flipped it to the middle. Kebrew knocks it away. Gertie with a head on it. Winthrop knocks it away. Door broken up. They don't want her with it. She gets it anyway. Takes the shot and scores again. She took it away from a couple of people from the 15-yard line. She drilled it left-footed. And what looked like a very comfortable lead at 4-1, all of a sudden it's 4-3. And we still have 6:51 left. So now Classical trying to hold on. That last little pop fly by Gerdia is now the biggest goal in the game. Classical trying to knock it deep, blocked. Winthrop couldn't find it. Gerdia knocked it away. Jordan knocked it loose. Guthrie with it. Blocked by Winthrop. They knock it deep. Kebrew back there. Knocking it upfield. Here comes Dora again. Don't let her get anywhere near the net. Shift around. Trying to throw it in front. Get tipped. Shaw will come out at the side of the net and grab it. So Dora trying to set up a score that could tie it. They knock it deep. Winthrop knocks it out. I think we had contact first, and they called it against Winthrop, so Classical will get... They both went up to get it. I never know how they make that call. They both go up to get the ball. They call one for contact. Well, it looks like they both make contact. Sort of like the NFL. It's a catch. No, it's not a catch. Winthrop takes it away and knocks it the other way. Dora knocking it deep. Page knocks it back the other way. Tipped. Iorati pushes it to the far side. And then it gets knocked out off Winthrop. 5 minutes and counting left in this one. Classical holding on now. They were leading 4-1 a short time ago. With 10 minutes left, they were leading 4-1. With 6 minutes left, it was 4-3. Dementa couldn't hold on. Gerdia had a shot. She turned around. It was almost shoulder high. She had to reach her foot way up to get a piece of that one, and she popped it wide left. Out off Jordan. They want to do whatever they can to get it into Dora's hand. If she doesn't score, she can make something happen. They pop it up. Winthrop coming back. Bounces off Dora. She couldn't control it. Classical couldn't clear it. Now Winthrop knocks it to the near side. Down deep. Winthrop fanned on the shot. They threw it out in front. It skipped past, deflected by one out in front. Winthrop had a shot on it with an open net, and they just touched it and knocked it toward the net, and Shaw jumped all over it. Talk about Coach Iorati getting a few more gray hairs. That was Forsythe coming down the near side, throwing it across. It deflected out in front, and he just misfired on an easy shot. And now here comes Dora. Dora walking in. Saved by Shaw. What an unbelievable. Everybody kind of stopped. Everybody stopped. I think they thought the whistle was blown or they're calling offside. Or everybody stopped. Dora walked in all by herself. And Shaw robbed her. What a tremendous save by Alexandra Shaw. Dora can't believe she didn't knock that one home. What a tremendous save. That looked like what she gets that. It looks like it's automatic. Out in front, Kebrew knocks it away. Dorr swung and missed at it. Classical bangs it off Winthrop out of play. And we're in the final 2 minutes and counting. Classical will get the throw in. Boy, I don't even know what happened. Everybody stopped. The last defender, I think Kebrew, just stopped and let Dorr go right by. I think she thought everybody was standing around. It was like they gave Dorr a free pass to walk in and take a shot. Gertie trying to push it upfield. Winthrop knocks it away. Classical knocks it back. It goes out. Winthrop trying to get a giddy up in their step with time winding down. But Dorr walked right in. She was looking for 3 in a row here, looking for her 4th goal, but her 3rd in a row in the second half, looking to tie it up. And Show just robbed her. Winthrop knocks it out. Classical now trying to hold on. To the middle. Jordan knocks it away. Gertia coming down to the near side, holding on. Tries to knock it to the net. Winthrop knocks it away. Gertie will hustle and get it back. Knocked away from her. Here comes Dorr. Stop her if you can. Kebrew got a piece and knocked it away. Dorr gets it back. Trying to walk in. Takes the shot. Show makes the save. Tough angle for Dorr. Boy, what a game she's played. They blow the whistle and that's it. They can certainly go and hug their goaltender Show. She saved their bacon there. And Dorr almost did it again. Coming down the near side, got another shot. Show made another save. So it was McGaughey getting him out 1-0. Dorr got her first of 3, and that made it 1-1 at halftime. Classical come out, looked like they were running away. Gertia. Jordan threw it down the side. I believe it was Guthrie who threw it out in front. Gertia tipped it. Demento, the goaltender, got a piece of it. Gertie got the rebound and tipped it by her, and it was 2-1. And then a nice breakaway by Jayla Blevins. She beat the goaltender to her left. Blevins right, stuck it inside the far post, made it 3-1. And then a pop-up out in front. Gertie just swung and hit a little pop-up that went over the goaltender's head, under the top crossbar, inside the far post, and it was 4-1. It looked like Classical was breezing. And then here comes Maura Dorr, the young sophomore. She gets 2 in a row to make it 4-3. Then it seemed like the world stopped and let Dorr go by, and she walked in all alone, blasted it, and Alexandra Show made a tremendous save to keep it 4-3. And then late in the game, Dorr walked in from a very tough angle, got a good hard shot off, and Show made the save again to keep it 4-3, and the clock ran out. So Gertie gets 2, Blevins gets 1, McGaughey gets 1. On the other side, Dorr had 3, would have had 4, but Show made that tremendous save, and Classical's going to sneak out with a 4-3 win that looked a lot better at 4-1. Classical is going to go to 5-2-1. Winthrop is going to break dead even at 4-4. And again, Classical 4, Winthrop 3. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.